Hello everyone, welcome back to the Muffinmanmarv YouTube channel. Today we got some more Outriders news. The devs are going crazy, so we'll get straight into it because there's a fair bit here. They put a post up on Reddit with all the changes before the full game comes out in less than a week, guys. We are absolutely pumped for that, but let's get into it. Here is the post. Hello everyone, we're just 1 week out from launching Outriders fully on April 1st, 2021, 7 days to go. We've got a lot of things to cover today, so let's jump into it. Note that your progress and characters should be waiting for you in the main game. You do not need to manually transfer them. That's perfect. I've broken this thread into sub-threads in order to create an index that will help you focus on the things that will interest you most. Preloading and launch timings, what's changed between the demo and launch, patches and post-launch support, item restoration for players who lost their legendaries, our policy on cheating, my personal favorite, and Hell Rangers info. Let's get into it, guys. So this is for everybody that hasn't had the chance to sort of read this Reddit post. It's quite large, so I'll break it down for you, tell you exactly what's in here and what you can expect come launch of the game. Let's go. First screen, the preloading and launch timings. Preloading, Xbox preloading will be live today. So if you're pre-ordering, your game will start downloading. PlayStation platforms, preloading will begin 48 hours in advance of release time. Steam, which is the platform I play on, we are still determining your preload options here and hope to share the news about the possibility of it next week. Perfect. Epic Game Store preloading is not currently possible. Well, yeah, okay then. Launch times, rolling midnight unlock for consoles, Xbox and PlayStation will unlock at midnight on April 1st for your specific country. And then there's a unified single global time for PC and Stadia. There's a countdown link, which I will link in the description, and that breaks down your countdown for your specific region, so you don't need to sort of do the conversion like I always do in my head. Alright, next one. What has changed between the last demo build and the launch day build of Outriders? Below is only a condensed overview. In truth, the launch day build contains a multitude of additional general improvements, balancing, bug fixes, and crash resolutions. Here are a couple of highlights. Lots of demo content bug fixes, including, for example, mods on some legendary weapons are not triggering properly. Balancing changes to various items, mods, enemy stats, and loot drops. Balancing is an ongoing process, as with every single game, so we'll just see how that goes. Crossplay will no longer be in beta, it will be on by default. PC players will be able to add cross-platform players that they've previously played with to their friends list. Consoles will receive this functionality through a future patch. Please note that if you turn crossplay off manually, you'll not be able to automatically matchmake with people who still have it turned on. Even if you're on the same platform, direct inviting should still work though. That's how I had a few people query on how if the crossplay is going to be supported straight away. Yes, it will. DirectX 12 will be default on PC. I heard and I witnessed that DirectX 10 was being used in the demo, so hopefully that sort of fixes a bit of the sort of smaller issues we're having on PC. Added a quick mark functionality to inventory. This allows you to mass mark all items based on the rarity in 1 or 2 button presses rather than needing to mark items individually, which is still possible if it's preferred. Improvements to the cover system, improvement to travel voting system used when in a group, added information about internal cooldown mechanics for mods to their descriptions. Improvements to the cover system is what it's like a number one fan request, and it's good to see that they jumped on it. They're like, you know what? Even though our game is super aggressive, we are gonna fix it. Great, guys. They try. I saw somewhere the sort of wording being used was the covers for the enemy, which if you play this game aggressively, the cover is for the enemy, but if the cover was for the enemy, we wouldn't have a cover system in place that allows you to lock into a cover and slide into it, you know? So I'm glad they addressed that, because some people don't like playing aggressively. Some people like chilling in the back, sniping, or hell, even if you play aggressively, there is moments in this game where you need to just hold on, let me get behind a wall, let me get my bearings a little bit, and go again. You know, so I'm glad they figured that out. Now, patches and post-launch support. We currently have a few patches undergoing testing and submission. It is our full intention to release these patches across all platforms simultaneously, though this may not always be possible. Below are our pre-planned patches. However, as with the demo, we will be carefully monitoring the launch, and it's our full intention to, on short notice, hotfix any issues that we are able to reproduce and resolve on our side, and that are deemed severe enough. Issues of lesser severity that we are able to reproduce and resolve will likely be bundled into the bigger post-patch follow-up patch for the sake of efficiency. The day one patch, I'll give you a breakdown, a quick overview. It should be loaded in before you load. Right, so it should be updated before the game actually launches. So hopefully there's that, but there's a possibility that this patch will be released on day one, and will require an additional download. Hopefully they don't have to do that. I hate downloading day one patches after playing a game for a couple hours. Many bug fixes and improvements with particular focus on the later sections of the game. Performance improvements for pacing, stuttering that was observed during the demo. Camera smoothing improvements for cutscenes and dialogues. This should reduce the camera shake that some players were struggling with. I noticed it. I didn't find it as big of a problem until someone actually pointed it out, and I was like, "Wow, that's every single cutscene. That's crazy." So I'm glad they noticed. They fixed that. That was a big complaint of the community. Cutscene dialogue frame rate improvements. Yes, so the PC cutscenes will have the option to choose from 30, 60, 90, or 120 FPS. PCs were locked to 30, which is insane in the demo. Xbox Series X and S and PlayStation 5 cutscenes will be locked to 60. Xbox One and PlayStation 4 cutscenes will remain locked to 30. Yeah, so we were getting that Xbox One experience with the cutscenes. Item restoration for players who lost their legendaries. As mentioned in the previous dev update, we intend to restore legendaries to players who lost them as a result of a specific bug. This restoration is taking place now as part of today's maintenance. So Thursday the 25th, so I'm 2 days late here. Restoration is a one-off event for global player population. So I didn't personally lose any legendaries, but I know a couple of people that did, so I'm glad they addressed that. On to my favorite section in this update, our policy on cheating and hacking. Since the demo launch, this has been a hotly debated topic, so we wanted to provide some perspective on it, as well as outline our policy regarding cheating and hacking going forward. For context, at the time when we reached around 2 million players, we identified 200 players who had clearly cheated. In percentage terms, that's 0.01%. We see you all. Yes, even the person who gave himself 600 legendary weapons. Shake my head. We trust that this percentage will not grow by much as we move through and beyond the launch, but below the steps we will take to ensure the legit players will not have their fun spoiled as a result of cheaters. I am thrilled that they are addressing cheaters. It's one of those games though. It's a single player game, so you shouldn't really come across cheaters all that often, but with that ability to matchmake and get 3 players in a squad, and especially in the later stages of the game, you want to get the full experience. You don't want someone hacking to ruin your experience by just going through and mowing down everybody. So I'm very happy that they are addressing that. The repercussions are account wide, not character specific. You will not be able to matchmake with legit players, so they'll only matchmake you with cheaters. Matchmaking will likely take significantly longer. You will still be able to play solo. In future, your HUD will have a discrete but visible watermark placed on it so that the gameplay footage created on this account can readily be identified as coming from a flagged account. I don't know if there's any other games that have ever done this. It's awesome. I love it. It's like a troll. All accounts will be checked for evidence or of cheat use on launch day April 1st and then at regular intervals thereafter. Any account logs found to have evidence of cheating on them on or after launch day will be permanently branded. If you cheated during the demo just to try it out, but wish to go into the main game unbranded, you must delete all characters and items on your entire account in order to wipe the slate clean. You should not carry over any progress between demo and main game if you previously cheated, but do not plan to do so in the main game. They did address this on the side. I saw a comment on Reddit. There was an exploit, right, in the store when they had epic items in the store. It was a weird percentage of a drop, but all you had to do was modify the time on your PC, or I don't know if you could do it on console, but on PC, modify the time on your console, move it forward 30 minutes, hour, and you get a whole new batch of things in the store, and people were farming epics that way. Now, they did say, look, we specifically didn't say that couldn't be done. So up until this post, if you're still doing it after this post, you'll get branded a cheater. But if you did it before, you should be fine. I did it once or twice or 3 times, but I never got any epics. Like, I think they had already patched it by then. Anyway. Moving on, what is considered cheating? Intentionally running the game on PC without easy anti-cheat, modifying game files to enhance a character, level, skills, inventory, etc., externally modifying game time to reduce time-dependent features such as vendors and challenges. That's what I was just talking about. Using a trainer program or similar to gain advantages within the game, using gameplay altering programs such as aimbots or wall hacks. Individual players who are found to be regularly kicked by multiplayer hosts shortly after joining may also be manually reviewed as an additional anti-cheat, anti-grief safeguard. Using performance tweaking software such as River Tuner, for example, to improve personal game experience is not considered cheating. Farming is not considered cheating, even though the amount of battering that the captain underwent could be considered unethical. Rip that captain. We reserve the right to update and change the policy in this future. And the Hell Rangers info. So if you pre-ordered the game, more than likely you pre-ordered the Hell Rangers edition and you get a bit of gear. The Hell Rangers content will become available via your stash for anyone who owns it. This means that even if you progress through the story without it, you will not miss out on acquiring it in-game. Please note that the gear is level locked to level 10, so you'll need to meet its requirements, achieving level 10 or playing on certain level boosting world tiers before you're able to use it. And that's the update. So it was fairly chunky, guys. Hopefully you stayed with me through all of that. Hopefully I recorded it. Yes, I did. Perfect. Guys, if you're enjoying the videos, I'm enjoying making them. Make sure you drop a like and a sub. Here's a question. Rank your classes from 1 to 4 of who you will be using on launch day and who you'll be more than likely maining. My personal rankings will be Trickster at 1, Pyromancer at 2, Devastator at 3, Technomancer at 4. What are yours? Comment below, let me know. Thanks for tuning in. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.